My baby 411, parenting today.
Hi everyone. So today I wanted to talk about something that I know is bothering a lot of parents around. In fact, I had it from a friend of mine who showed me something that was posted in another group about this parent who is worried that her child is not respecting the house girl. And she's worried, of course, because when she's not there, it means the child doesn't obey the house girl, and any number of things can go wrong. And anyway who wants to bring up children who are not respecting and obeying adults. Now, this is my take, and I have had this problem. My friend was worried because she had that problem. I have had this problem. I'm still having that problem. Now, here's the thing. This was a while back for me, and I had a chance to really think about it and put in some measures. I would like to say, and I want to say this as delicately as I can, children are very, very sensitive. They pick up really, really fast. So obviously, if they pick up that you look down upon the house girl or you answer her in a way that shows no respect, they pick up really fast. So even if you are to correct the house girl, you really just have to do it with respect. The same way you make yourself correct the child with respect, just so that they learn that they're respected and they learn to respect back. That's the first thing. The second thing I'd say that when I realize that my children take a very long time to do anything the house girl says, even just it's time to shower, it takes them forever. First of all, I observed a little bit and I was like, okay, my house girl is the kind of person who is not serious. She says we're going to shower, but then she still has 10 other things to do. That's generally a very bad thing for children. I would rather, and I told her, I would rather you tell them we're about to go to shower in a few minutes. That way they start preparing. So that when you come and say to go to shower, you should say and go, not say and do other things. Then they'll never take you seriously until you get upset. That's the first thing. But then again, adults shouldn't be conforming to my children. My children need to learn to conform to the world. The world is not going to conform to them. So yeah, I thought about it and asked myself, what else can I do? Now, I was very worried about sending this message to the children that you must obey adults. You must obey the adults around you. Because think about it, the children who are abused, kidnapped, are obedient children, right? So I really thought about it. I read a lot. And then I told myself, listen, just like we do it in class, teach the children right from wrong, teach the children routines, let them understand that we have a routine and this is why we have that routine. And from there now, it comes down to the question of why didn't you eat your food? Not why didn't you do what your auntie said. It's more of why did you not eat your food? Your body needs food. Why did you not eat the food? You see what I mean? So that way, if she says, if whoever the adult says to do something that is out of the norm, then at that point, I'm okay with this child saying, no, we don't do that. Because that could possibly just be the saving grace for the child, right? So I told myself, we're going to internalize and I'm going to, you see, these things which you think are obvious to you are never obvious to the child. So anytime there's any resistance, I'll make sure we go right down into why we're doing this. Right to, I'm talking about as basic as why do we have to eat a banana for breakfast? And you'll explain that you have taken bread and tea, and bread is a carbohydrate, and therefore you haven't eaten any vitamin, for example, and you've taken maybe an egg, that's a protein, but you haven't eaten a vitamin. And you will be surprised that first, I feel the children feel involved, they feel respected, and they understand. They actually understand. You see, they will argue things like, but mommy, the egg has tomato in it, and tomato is a vegetable. I already got my vitamins. Now that's a great argument. That's a child who understands what's going on here. And I'll take that argument, by the way. I'll be like, okay, why don't you just take a little piece of the banana, and it's never that serious. You can eat your banana at 10 if you're too full or something like that. So when you teach the children to reason out that way, if I step out and I come back and the dad says they didn't eat, then we can have the conversation of why did you not eat, not why did you not obey. Um, I have not seen direct results of this method, but I would like to think that the conflict has reduced in my house, and I'd like to believe that this is why it has reduced. I can't quite pinpoint, but I think that's what it is. Because now they've gotten to a point where they understand why they have to take out their pajama, for example, or why they can't watch too much TV, or why they can't do this. It is something we've talked about, and it is something that now we are beginning to learn that even dada doesn't have to tell you. It's something you need to be able to tell yourself. Does it happen in one day? Forget about it. It is a process, and it keeps repeating itself. You keep making mistakes, and sometimes you have great days and sometimes you have terrible days. But I feel, honestly, that it is so important for the child to understand what they're supposed to be doing rather than to teach the children this obey, obey the people, you know? The obey bit is just by me. That one I tell them, I am your mother. Sometimes, even if I'm telling you something which you don't understand and I don't have the time to explain, as your mother, really, you just need to listen. I will explain it at some point. But if I don't have the time at that point, it's an emergency or whatever, that one you should do. And possibly a few other trusted adults that you trust completely. But I don't think it's a bad thing to teach the child also to question sometimes. Of course, to insult, that is a no-go zone. No, 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 no. We don't insult even the cat. So it is not debatable. If you insulted, that has to be punished there and then. The consequence needs to happen there and then. But if it is just a question of, she told me to do this and I didn't do it, then at that point we talk about it in terms of responsibility routines, what you're supposed to do, as opposed to what she said to do. I hope this helps. Thank you. All the best.
My baby 411 parenting